How to make money fast with affiliate marketing for beginners. Welcome back to another video from me, Rory Goddard, where I'm going to be showing you how to make money online with affiliate marketing as fast as possible. Now, if you're new to the channel, you are very welcome. I make videos about making money online and I endeavor to guide you to create financial freedom through building your very own affiliate marketing business. So are you ready to become an affiliate marketing entrepreneur? Are you ready to dream big? Are you ready to live the life of freedom? Are you ready to do whatever it takes? If that sounds like you, then this video is going to be perfect for you. How to get results faster. The 3 things that you should be focusing on in order to get results faster. Now, the reason why this is so important for you to understand and learn what I'm going to teach you in this video is because it's actually very counterintuitive. When most people get started with affiliate marketing, it's very counterintuitive to focus on these things in terms of getting results faster. Most people focus on other things that just don't work. They might seem like they'll get you results faster, but in the long run, they don't actually get you results faster. So this is going to be very good for anyone out there who's just getting started or who, hasn't started yet and they're thinking about starting. It's going to be perfect for you in that it's going to show you exactly what you should be focusing on to lay the foundations. On Tuesday I spoke about a story about a building in San Francisco called the Millennium Towers. Now, this building was built on unsteady ground. So they built it, instead of digging 200 feet down into the ground to reach bedrock, they only dug 80 feet down. And this was a building that was selling condos within it for up to $10 million per condo. In the first 5 weeks, they sold $100 million worth of property just in this one building. It was an amazing property, immaculate building, but it wasn't built on steady foundation. And over the years, there were, it started to sink into the ground. It started leaning over. There were cracks forming in the walls. So I pointed out the idea that in order to build a long-term sustainable business, you need to lay down a solid foundation. You need to have strong foundations in place if you want that business to last, and you don't want your tower to lean over and crumble. So really, that's what this video is going to be about. The content for this video is going to be about. It's about laying the foundations of a sustainable long-term business that isn't going to fall apart down the road. So like I said, if you're just getting started, it's perfect for you. But also if you're someone who has already started in affiliate marketing, but you're struggling, you're getting frustrated, you're not quite getting the results that you hope for, this might also help you in getting a bit clearer about how you can refocus and make some adjustments in the way that you're thinking to lay down a stronger foundation and have more clarity and certainty in what you're doing. So what, let me just bring up, sorry, here we go. All right, so how to get results faster, what should you focus on? Now, this is the first time I've done a presentation like this, so just bear with me in getting this all right. So when you're trying to achieve something with your business, so this is you right here at the moment. Any change that someone wants to make in their life, usually they're trying to get away from some sort of situation. So if you're trying to build a business online, you're trying to make money online, then it's likely there's a circumstance in your life that you're not quite happy with. This is, sorry, I've done this picture terribly, but as you can see, someone sad face. Not that you might be, it's not that you're depressed or anything like that, but there's some sort of circumstance in your life that you want to get away from. You want to create more time freedom. You want to get away from a job that you hate or that just isn't, allowing you to do the things that you enjoy. You want to create a better life for your family. There's something that you're not currently experiencing in your life that you want to experience more of. So this is you in that current position. Now, there's obviously, based on that, there's an idea that, there's something that you want to achieve. So like I said, perhaps it's more time freedom, more financial freedom, but essentially this is you at the top, the idea of you achieving whatever that is that you want to achieve. Whoops. So this is you. Oh, that's terrible. Anyway, that's meant to be a smiley face on that person there. So most people, when they start out, what they're focused on is only one of these two things. They're either focused heavily on, you know, the negative feelings of where they are and what they want to get away from, or all they're thinking about is this idea of where they want to get to, and they get excited about, you know, I'm going to get started on this online business, and you know, it's all exciting, and they're all enthusiastic about it. And ultimately, in both of these two states, you're allowing emotions to dictate your actions and behaviors. And instead of thinking objectively and using objective reasoning and thinking logically and making clear and concise decisions, and actually setting out a clear plan and being focused and you know, having clarity and everything, you're clouded by emotions. You're clouded by either negative emotions down here, or over excited emotions up here, and it impacts the way what you're focusing on, and it impacts the actions that you take within your business. And what you don't focus on is, in order to, you know, get from this point here to this point here, you need to climb the mountain, and you're not focused on what you actually need to do to get to the top of the mountain to achieve that thing that you're trying to achieve. So in this video, that's really what I'm going to be discussing. What do you actually need to focus on? How to use objective reasoning to really get clarity about what you should be focusing on to get to this point, and not being clouded by the emotions of only being focused on either where you are now and where you want to go to. So one of the first things you need to be focused on is mindset. So the first thing that you need to have in place to build a stable foundation for your business is you need to have the right mindset. Now, in either of these conditions, your mindset is going to be clouded by your emotions and everything like that. So someone down here who is sort of desperate to get away from this current life situation that they're in, they're usually going to employ tactics that they think are going to get them the results fast. So a lot of beginner affiliate marketers get in there and they go out there and spam their links. And that's an example of a strategy that it looks like it's going to get you results fast, but in the end, it doesn't get you any results. They also might invest a lot into paid advertising and things like that. Again, it sounds like it's going to get you results. You know, all you have to do is pay to have your link or whatever sent out to target audience, and you know, they're going to buy it. And people think that that's just the way that it's going to work, and oftentimes it doesn't. I talk to a lot of people all the time who are paid, you know, they're beginners and they're paid for advertising and it hasn't worked, and they're frustrated and they don't know why. And there are reasons for it. You know, yes, paid advertising works, but you need to learn the skills first. For this person up here who's all excited, you know, they're so keen to achieve the end result. Often what happens is, once they run into the challenges as they head up this mountain, the challenges and the sacrifices that they need to know, they haven't thought about any of that. They're really addicted to this idea of achieving this end result, but they haven't actually thought about and planned out how they're actually going to overcome all of the challenges and the sacrifices that they need to make, and how they're going to learn the skills and the knowledge that they need to learn in order to get to that point. So mindset is very important in gaining clarity. So if you don't have clarity and certainty in what you're doing, and you know, certainty that you can achieve this result with what you're doing, then it's likely that you're not going to get there. So first of all, you need to be confident in what you're doing. A lot of people, they don't have, because they don't have an exact plan, they're often relying on free content, and free content is all over the place. You know, if you're relying on free content, you're probably going to be distracted by lots of different opinions. So me, myself, I'm giving you an opinion, and it's likely that you're following other people who are giving you the opinion that yes, you should invest in paid advertising. Yes, you should invest in solo ads. Yes, you should spam your links or whatever. and that's going to create a lot of confusion for you, because if you're just relying on free content, like I said, it's disjointed. It's not going to be clear and concise path to follow. So that's one. And because it's not clear and concise, you don't have confidence in what you're doing. You never know for sure if what you're doing is going to get you the result. You never feel like it's less likely that you're going to feel like the end result is actually possible for you. And it's going to make it harder for you to maintain consistency, to maintain persistency, and to overcome the challenges and the obstacles that you need to overcome along the way. Now, with mindset, you know, it's not, a lot of people understand these concepts. They understand the concept of developing the right mindset, and they might have gone away and they've done a training on mindset, but in the end, they don't fully absorb and actually like embody the teachings around mindset. You know, they understand that they need to commit until they get the result. You know, they need to they need to really have belief in themselves, and they need to believe that the result is possible for them. I know that a lot of people already understand that stuff, but they haven't actually embodied it. You know, I talk to a lot of affiliate marketers out there who are just beginning, and they talk about that type of stuff, but when you talk to them, you can still get this sense that they're frustrated. They're not happy with where they are. They're not, you know, they don't have clarity. They don't have confidence, and it shows in the way that they come across. And what I've found is that, you know, people can sense that type of thing, even if it's not, they consciously sense it, but it's an unconscious thing. You know, 95% of our, you know, perception is unconscious, and we interact and do things and make decisions based on other people, on how we perceive other people subconsciously. So a lot of the times it might not be obvious that you don't have certainty, that you don't have clarity, that you don't have confidence, but to some level people can see through that. And if you're not portraying that in the way that you're delivering content and the way that you're putting yourself out there, it's much less likely that people are actually going to have faith in you. They're not actually going to see you as someone that they, you know, want to invest in. So having the right mindset is vital, but you know, you might already understand all of those concepts, like I said, but you haven't actually embodied it. And the reason you haven't embodied it is because you've learnt the concepts. You've learnt the concepts of developing belief in yourself, developing confidence. You've learnt the belief to, you know, believe that it's possible for you to achieve the result. You might have learned all of these concepts around mindset, but once you've done that initial training and you learned that initial those initial concepts, you left it at that. You didn't revisit it. You thought, well, I know that now, and that's, you know, so therefore, you know, that's it. But you still haven't embodied all of those things. You actually don't feel the confidence. You know that you need the confidence, but you haven't actually embodied that confidence. You know that you need to have belief in that it's possible to achieve your result, but you don't feel that and embody it and bring that out in who you are. And the reason for that is because you, like I said, you haven't actually taken the time to really go deep and develop that mindset. You know, the mindset training in my mentor's course, I've gone through that training 3 times in order to be able to develop that level of confidence, that level of certainty, that level of clarity in what I'm doing and what I want to achieve in my life. And that's the type of thing that you need to do. Most people will go out there and they'll learn something once and they think that they understand it, and they think that they've gotten everything that they could get out of that piece of information. You know, they read a book once and they think that they've gotten everything that they possibly could out of getting that book, reading that book. But it's just not true. You need to go back, and every time you read a book, or every time you go through a new training, or, you know, go over another concept or idea related to mindset, you're going to pick up something new. And each time it's going to become more an embodiment of that mindset and actually become more a part of you. But if you're just going out there and you're learning the concept, and then as soon as you learn that concept or idea, and then you just think that you know it, then the chances are you're not going to get to experience that. This is something that I've experienced a lot of times, where I've learned something and I understood it, and I was like, oh yeah, and I would teach it to other people, but at the same time I didn't really feel it. I embodied it, and then over time, the more I heard it, the more different perspectives on it, or the different ways that it was explained, and then slowly and surely, and it just clicked, and it's just like, wow, that makes complete sense. I can fully understand what they're talking about there, and I can feel it. There's a huge difference between just understanding something and actually embodying it. And to really embody it, it's a process of mastery. And to master something, you have to, go over it, go deep into the topic, and apply it consistently and regularly in your life, such as watching mindset training consistently and repeatedly, not just going over it once and then thinking that you've gotten everything from it. Like I said, I've watched the mindset training in my mentors course 3 times to be able to do that. And in reality, anyway, so the next thing that you need to be focused on is you need to be focused on work ethic. So again, most people, they want this result. They want the result of more time for financial freedom. They want the passive income, or they want the online business. But at the same time, they don't want to have to put in any work to get there. They don't want to have to make sacrifices. They don't want to have to, stay up late to do their lives like I'm doing right now. They don't want to do any of the hard stuff, but they want the positives out of that. But the reality is, you need to have work ethic for this business to implement the strategies and skill and learn the skills and knowledge, the skills and the knowledge that you need to actually be successful with this business. You need to have work ethic. There is work you need to put in, especially when you're first getting started. A lot of people think, because this is a potential to make you passive income, that it's going to be easy, that, this idea of passive income is that you don't have to do any work and you can make, money with a push of a button or whatever. But you always have to make some sort of investment to make passive income, whether it's your time and energy, or whether it is, a big financial investment. You can't make passive income without investing one of those 2 things. So in order to turn your affiliate marketing business into a passive income stream, you need to have work ethic. You need to be willing to put in the work at the beginning. Now, I've said this before in past presentations, that this is what most people expect. They expect that so this bottom axis here, they expect that, so this is the work put in, and this is, or hours or whatever, and this is the money earned. So most people have the employee mindset that the more, as they put in more work, they're going to be paid proportionally and in a linear fashion to the amount of work that they put in, like you do with a job. You work for an hour, you get paid for an hour. You work for 2 hours, you get paid for 2 hours. But when you're starting an affiliate marketing business, or any business for that matter, when you go out there and you become an entrepreneur, it does not look like that at all. What it will more likely look like is something like this. You're going to be going along, you're doing the work, you're not really seeing any results. You're doing the work, starting to see results. You might have a little drop, doing the work. And then all of a sudden, all of that work, all of that hard work and time that you put into building the business will exponentiate, and you'll get all of it will pay off in the long run. But most people aren't willing to go through that period of putting in the work, developing the skills, developing the knowledge that's necessary for getting there. Most people are just addicted to this here, but they're not willing to climb this mountain by putting in the work taken to get to this point here. You have to have work ethic. You have to be willing to do whatever it takes. You have to be able to go through that period of, there not being immediate rewards, of there not being an immediate result. You have to have the long-term mindset, so these very much intertwine with each other, but you have to have the long-term mindset that, all of this work you put in is going to reach a point where it does pay off. So that's basically the second. Now I hope you can, let me just see what yeah, all good. All right. Now the third thing that you need to focus on Number 3 is skills. Now, again, most people do not focus on the skills and the strategies. They, like I said earlier before, when I referred to learning mindset and everything like that, most people just, they'll learn a particular, or learn some sort of piece of knowledge, or learn some piece of skill that they need to implement into their business, and then that's it. They don't go deep into that skill. Like for example, writing emails. They might do a course on it, or copywriting or something, or read a book on it, and they'll only read the book once, and they won't master the skill. You want to dedicate to mastering the skills of everything that's involved with affiliate marketing, which is, generating content, delivering content, copy in both your written and in the copy that you put into your, videos or whatever it might be. If you don't learn those skills on a deep level, the chances are that all of the content that you put out there isn't going to actually generate your results. I see so many people on Facebook getting lots of engagement, but I know for a fact they're not making any sales. And it's because they haven't learned the skills of generating content as deeply as what they think they have. They just breeze over different skills and strategies, and they don't actually go deep into fully understanding it. They think that they understand it, but the reality is you don't know what you don't know, and there's so much out there that you do not know. The wisest person is the person who understands that they don't know, that they know nothing. That's a quote of Socrates, or similar to a quote of Socrates. But again, when you need to go really deep into the skills and strategies of affiliate marketing. Most people have this, general idea of what to do with affiliate marketing, but they don't actually dedicate to learning the skills. They just want to go out there, and they're so focused on just making money and getting to this point here that they don't learn the necessary skills and master the necessary skills and strategies to actually get to that point. And therefore they never get there. And this is something that I spoke about on Tuesday as well, is that in the period that I've been in affiliate marketing, there have been so many people that I've seen come onto the scene. It looks like they're doing really well. They're putting out content on their Facebook wall, they're generating engagement and everything like that. But I know for a fact that they're not getting any sales, and they're not actually getting anywhere with their business, because they actually haven't dedicated to these things as deeply as what they should. Now, these are the 3 things you should be focusing on. You should try not to let the emotions and the excitement of where you want to get to distract you. You don't want to let the emotions and the negative emotions distract you in relation to what you're trying to get away with. You want to have objective reasoning and logical reasoning with a good mindset in place, understanding that it's going to take work, and there is going to be a period where you're putting in work and you're not being immediately rewarded for that work, having delayed gratification. We're so reliant on, in this world that we live on, we're addicted to immediate gratification. If we want a movie now, we just have to turn the TV on and choose a movie. We don't have to go to the video shop or go to the movies anymore. You know, everything, we're trying to make everything as quick and easy as possible. And it's got us addicted to immediate gratification, solving a problem or making ourselves feel good in the moment. And often it leads to the sacrifice of our long-term goals. So you need to have good work ethic and a good mindset to be able to get through this period of building your business and actually, you know, stay in the game long enough and not have your building fall over and you know, you just disappear from the scene. And you also want to be focusing on the skills and the strategies and mastering them, going in deep into them. And this is what, again, why relying on free content isn't going to work, because you're not going to learn the skills and strategies as deeply as what you will if you invest in something. You know, those who pay attention. The reason why, you know, information like, you know, the skills and the higher end skills and everything like that, the reason why you need to pay for that is because if you didn't pay for it, and if just say someone were to put those things out there, it would be undervaluing those skills, and the chances are nobody would actually take action on them. People don't take action on and go in deep and master those type of skills if they're not fully invested into it. Because it takes time. It takes time to go through and watch videos multiple times. It takes time and effort and everything to do that and really master a skill. So if you're not invested in it, the chances are you're not going to worry about it. If you don't see value in it because you know, you're getting it for free, you're just not going to go as deep into it and learn it as much. You're not going to be actually patient enough to sit there and watch presentations on it over and over and really master the skill. And that's what you need to do. All right, so I think that is everything for this video. Now, if you want help with this, help and guidance in developing the right mindset and getting into a state where you have the work ethic to get through this, and also if you want to learn how to develop the skills and really learn the skills at a high level and master the skills that you need in order to get to this point, then I want you to reach out to me in Messenger and we can discuss how I can actually help you to do that, and how I can help you to not be one of the people out there who start with affiliate marketing and end up having their building topple over and disappearing from the scene. I want the people in this group to actually get to the top of the mountain and achieve their results. So if you want to get started and actually start climbing this mountain, reach out to me. But other than that, guys, make sure you dream big, live from the heart, and do whatever it takes.